Why does it have to be so complicated? Why is it that when Yah gives us his word that we struggle with it? It's understandable that our adversary doesn't want his word to come to pass. But why would Yah's people struggle with the idea of letting his word come to pass concerning them? This is Barry Phelps with 10-Minute Torah, day 2 of the era. And let's continue in Shemot or Exodus 6, going down now to verse number 9. Moshe spoke thus to the children of Israel, but they did not listen to Moshe because of shortness of spirit and from hard slavery. Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, Go in, speak to Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, to let the children of Israel go out of his land. Moshe spoke before Yahweh, saying, The children of Israel have not listened to me, and why would Pharaoh listen to me? For I am of uncircumcised lips. Yahweh spoke to Moshe and to Aaron and gave them a command for the children of Israel and for Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Mitzrayim. Yah is basically at the end of our reading there saying, it's going to happen. Moshe, you go in there and you tell those people this is the way it's going to be. Now, he has just told them, the children of Israel, Yah is Yahweh, he says. I'm going to bring you out from under the burdens. I'm going to deliver you from enslavement. I'm going to redeem you with an outstretched arm. I'm going to take you as a people for myself. I will bring you back to this land. I don't know whether the people stood there rolling their eyes or sticking their fingers in their ears or shifting from one foot to the other or just ignoring him. What was the body language when he told them this? The phrase that says that they did not listen to him, that is found there in verse 9. They did not listen to Moshe. It says because of shortness of spirit and hard slavery. And one might get the idea that they were crying so loud, moaning so hard, hurting so bad that they just couldn't hear. This phrase in Hebrew is velo shamu, a form of which we get shema, to hear or to listen. Velo shamu el Moshe. They did not listen to him. It has one of 4 different interpretations into our English. That is, number 1, to hear, the basic idea of receiving audio signal. To comprehend, to hear something, you may listen to the tone of the voice saying it, but do you comprehend what is actually being said? The third idea is, do you believe? That is, you comprehend it, but are you willing to accept it as truth for yourself? The third is obey. Now, when we think about the word obey here, I'm reminded immediately as a teenager sitting on the sofa in the living room, hearing the voice of my mom from down the way from the kitchen saying, come take out the trash. Typical teenage mindset. Okay, in a minute. I don't know how much time went by, but I heard my mom's forced heavy footsteps. Not that my mom was heavy. It was just that she was intentionally putting her feet on the floor as she came to my direction, stood in front of me and very forcefully said, Did you not hear me? I said, take out the trash. I heard. I comprehended what she was asking. I believed in what she was saying, but I wasn't obeying. I had thought I will eventually. Mom meant now. I meant later. Mom won. I got up and began to obey. There was nothing in what Moshe was saying that was hard to hear or even to comprehend, even though it may have been take some imagination for them to see that things could be any different. Did they believe him? If it was about belief, then instead of shamu, it may have been better to use the word ha'eminu, that is a word attached to immunah, that to actually believe. What is probably more applicable here is the idea they did not obey, because when you go to Ezekiel 20, verse 8 says, "But they rebelled against me," and that phrase there is very similar, "Velo avu l'shemoah Eloi." They did not want to listen or obey, and the commanded issue about a hearing there was get rid of your detestable ways and idolatries, your fetishes. If we don't agree with what the command is requiring, we're not willing to listen. That is, we're not willing to obey. If I, as that teenager, was adamantly opposed for whatever unthinkable reason to getting rid of trash, I might have defiantly said, I am absolutely not going to do it. Therefore, I was not, even though I heard, I was not listening, that is, listening to obey. Therefore, we come then to what Moshe's predicament is. Yah says, go to Pharaoh tell him to let this people go. Moshe's response is, the people themselves are not listening. What is the issue? He is seeing they are refusing to obey. They're hanging on to their idols. They're hanging on to their fetishes. There is no reasonable, visible attempt by any of these people to get rid of this stuff. They're holding on to it. So if this people they're not going to listen to me. Pharaoh is thoroughly steeped in this mystic stuff, this occult stuff. Why would I think that he's going to listen? So Yah ups the ante and says, this is not an option. Command them. Do not just inform them, but take it up another notch, Moshe, and command them. Two parts of this then. To go to the people and command them. Moshe's sticking himself out there quite a bit because he's the new leader in town. And things have only gotten worse thus far. There's not really any plagues to speak of here for anything going on. There's no demonstrations going on. Why would the people believe in him? Yah said, command them. But then to go into Pharaoh's throne room and stand before this authoritative figure and command him. Who do you think you are, Moshe? Yah says, command him. Because I'm going to bring these people out. So two things that we can take from this. Number one, when we read Yah's word, it's not optional for obedience. Yah is giving us instructions, teachings, and instructions, not just to make life smoother, better, to improve our relationships, just to bring harmony into our life and give us an ooey-gooey, feel-good lifestyle. Yah has given to us his word, his commands, in order to bring honor and glory to himself out of our obedience. Yes, when we obey, things are better. Yes, there is life improvement, but there are also life challenges. But it's not about the challenges or the lack of challenges. It's the fact he said, and because we know who he is, we obey. Concerning the rulers of this world, they're going to do what they're going to do. Yah's command to them is nonetheless there. And when they disobey, things are going to change internationally. What do? We obey for ourselves, for our Elohim, for our community. Yah will deal with the leaders. and we need to pray about the way he's going to deal with them. More on this tomorrow. We'll see you then. To then, shalom.